we are live. So, actually, we're gonna just jump right into the game. I already shared the stream on Twitter, so we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna do it. Okay, so where we last left off, we're at the final. We're in the end game. We're not quite at the final dungeon yet. There's still this arduous thing that we need to do in order to get to the final dungeon, but once we get to the final dungeon, then if we game over, we can restart right at the final dungeon. So we're gonna beat this game tonight. It's do or die. We're gonna do it. We're not gonna die. Well, we might die along the way, but we'll just keep on restarting. And like I said, if we do die on the final dungeon, you can restart right at that final dungeon. So it turns out that perhaps the reason why they allowed people to restart right at that final dungeon is because in the original Famicom Disk System version, the final dungeon's on side A instead of side B. So the hypothesis that some posited is that they didn't want to burden the player with constantly swapping sides every time they game over. That's a valid hypothesis, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they realized that balance-wise it just wasn't fair. And because it is very arduous to get to that final dungeon, because there are a lot of pitfalls, and the enemies, the enemy placement is insane. And so you're gonna die a lot. So we're gonna do our best to get through this thing. And we get hit again, of course. So unfortunately we have to sit through 4 of these stupid things. There are some skips using fairies, but I don't really know how to do it. You can also use a random encounter to bypass the fixed encounter. Alright, we're gonna try our best to get through this bullshit. Here's the other one. Alright, we're getting hit quite a bit. Let's hit the life. Man. Oof, that was close. Alright. Alright, we're gonna hit this, then immediately restore health. Restore health again. Alright. That's alright. So magic's not quite maxed out. Alright, here we go. What the fuck? I wasn't paying attention. As long as we can make it to that final dungeon, it doesn't matter. But I hate this. This is in some ways worse than even Death Mountain. You know, at least I got through Death Mountain, right? But this, like, this is just a nightmare. This is the play it safe method. You gotta kill all these enemies. Oh. So just a little bit of health to help out. Not health, what am I saying? Magic. Ugh, man. Oh, okay. Made it. Let me just get another one. I could use the jump spell here. this part's not bad, at least. Like I said, it's all about getting to the final dungeon. If we can get to the final dungeon, we're gold. Thank goodness we can restart that final dungeon. So how many do we have nothing left. Great. We can't fall in. We just can't. What? I hit life! Oh boy. I hit life. You what the fuck? Oh boy. Just comes with the territory. You gotta take it in stride, as they say. It just sucks I have to go through all that bullshit again. 4 fixed encounters. Fixed encounters on top of random encounters. I'd rather have the random encounter instead of this. But both is even worse. Hey Jertka! How you doing? Glad you can make it. Hope everything's going well. I saw a little bit of that Bomberman game that you showed me. I didn't play too much Bomberman, but it's fun. There was a Bomberman made for the PlayStation 3. It was probably on Xbox 360 as well. It's like a downloadable title. I played a little bit of the demo of that. It was pretty fun. It's awesome. Looks interesting. Yeah. Life, and we'll also hit shield. I heard one of the best Bomberman games out there is the Sega Saturn version. There we go. Only the host needs to have the full version. Up to 4 players can have all the levels. Oh, cool. And play modes. Yeah, maybe I'll get that free version. We can play online, maybe. I'll check that out. Whew. That was... They're all bad. At least that went well. There's too many. Like, I can deal like with 1 or 2, but like to deal with it over and over again, that's just too many. Look, I almost died there and there. Okay. Then we have to deal with Eyeball Guy over here. It's like, fuck off, Eyeball Guy. I'm gonna recharge my health again. Just gotta be safe. Run, 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 go! I almost dodged them. Man, that was close. sure if I'm gonna have enough magic. Well, we do have extra lives! Come on. Fuck off! Look at the eyeball dudes. Don't you hate these eyeball dudes? Turkey boy? I hate them. We should check it out. Maybe we could play with some... Oh yeah, that would be cool. Hell yeah. It'll be like a stream... Like all of us going at it. In like a battle royale. Well, Nilavani, she won't be able to play it, I don't think, because she doesn't have a PC. Oh shit. Yeah, she doesn't have a Windows machine. She has a Mac. So that is... She won't be able to play it. Zax can probably play it. Alright, we're probably gonna die here because of this bullshit. What the fuck? I'm gonna die. Oh, wait. Alright, that worked. Oh no. Ah, damn it. Close. Not sure if that's Mac support. Is Linux support yet? Like, it's all Apple's fault. They keep fucking around! Apple, like, fucking dropped the ball with the whole, like, games thing. They fucked up so bad. They, like, rectified the problem with their tablet and phone devices, but the fucking desktop still sucks for games. Alright. Alright, we made it. Holy crap. We made it. We just gotta get through this, that's all. That's not too bad at all. Okay. So we're here. Let's see. So we should just kill ourselves. That barrier will... The electrical shit will only go down if you defeated all the previous bosses from the previous dungeons. Alright, so I actually wrote some instructions down for me to tell me how to do this, but I'm gonna intentionally kill myself because I want to come into here with full shit. I don't want to get myself unnecessarily, there's no point, since we can restart right here at the dungeon. But yeah, I wrote down some instructions. I have to go left, I'll just go right just to see what's over here. I'm just kind of curious. There's nothing really. Okay, it doesn't matter. And it also doesn't matter if my experience drains, because I'm totally maxed out on everything. 8 sword, 8 magic, 8 life, so we're good. We'll just let the bird guy kill us. He takes off a lot of health. 1 full block every time he hits us, so that's heavy. Heavy duty. Heavy duty shit. Alright, let's do it. So we have to go left. This is my destiny, to beat this game. Of course I have to get hit by him twice! Wow, wow. I almost want to restart all over again. Holy crap. Getting through that guy. Holy shit. That didn't go well. Alright, so we need to jump over a little invisible thing here. Okay, good. We made it. There's like a little invisible drop there. gotta go right. There's not gonna be any enemies here. That's a good reprieve. I'm gonna hit this life over here. This give us some like life back. But we do need magic. Let me check my thing. Okay. There should be an invisible wall here somewhere, I think. No, not here. Not yet. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna just use the shield. I don't want to waste too much health here. Because we're already wasting a lot of life. Getting through all this shit is arduous, to say the least. Damn, get hit anyway. Oh no, Red Man! Crazy Red Man! We're almost dead. Holy shit. That's the Red Man I was thinking of. Okay, there's an invisible wall here, though. Oh boy, I don't think we have enough. Okay, there's an invisible wall here, but we need to jump up there. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, I can. Oh no, that's not who I wanted. I was hoping for a red potion there. Damn it. La Mulana and Valda's story? Yeah. La Mulana. That's like a... That's another Metroidvania game, right? Alright, this is bad. Let's see. Then we gotta go right. Yeah, Valda's story, yeah, I have that. I'm definitely gonna play that game one of these days. Hold on, this is bad. Hey, Zex. Yeah, I know the guard has a chance to drop it, but it's not worth going for it. Because already, yeah, see? Like, I'm trying to get to the boss. It's a bad idea to fight enemies when you don't have to. Let's see. Okay, we gotta keep going. Okay, this guy, I'm not even gonna bother with him. Alright. You basically have to kill this guy. Okay, good. Very puzzle-like Metroidvania game with 8-bit controls, 6-bit graphics. Yeah, I saw some screenshots of it. Looks interesting. 70, 80 hours. Damn it. That's crazy. Oh no! Damn it. I can't believe that. I don't believe that. There's no enemy here. I mean, there's no boss here, but it looks like there's a boss. This guy, you don't have to fight him, so don't. Take the hit from that guy, it's alright. "35 hours? La Mulana, huh? Alright, you can go right here. And you can get a ferry, so we'll get that. You gotta be careful. Don't fall in the pit. Go to the left for a 1-up. Since we already lost. Way too many lives. Just be cautious as fuck here. But you can do it. Take your time. Those blue blobs will respawn when you go back. If they fall in the lava, they respawn. Whoa! I almost ran into the... Just wait. Okay. Take your time. Don't want any instant deaths. Alright, so we go down and to the left. Gotta fall down there. Okay. Okay, we're close. There's gonna be an ugly guy here. Very ugly. Alright. That was so close. Alright, good. Alright, we're here. This is gonna be final boss time. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I'll definitely check out La Mulana. That sounds great. We gotta be careful here. Okay, no, run. Run away. Here's what you gotta do. You want to replenish your magic. So you gotta run away, come back. Anyone else nervous as fuck? Okay, good. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright, we're maxed out. Alright, there's a couple of things we need to activate, so hold on. My palms are too fucking sweaty. Sweaty ass palms. Yeah, I'll probably love and hate it. After this game though, I'm gonna probably take a break from really hard games for a little while. Might play some more easier games. Because this game was hard as fuck. This is like one of the hardest games in existence. So, but yeah, definitely I'll play La Mulana, and I also have Zelda's story already. So yeah, definitely they're both look like fantastic games. All right, so this is it. We need shield, jump, reflect, and as soon as he comes, we need to use thunder. can't do this. So close. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna have to really concentrate, guys. I'm just gonna have to really focus. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, but the next part is pretty easy. Let's just hope we don't get bad RNG. Alright, final boss. Your final boss is yourself. And that's it! Game over! Thank you, Chertka. Here comes my favorite music. I love this music. Thank you, Chertka. I saved Hyrule. And I am a real hero. There you go. That was Zelda 2, the hardest Zelda game ever created in the history of mankind. Alright, I'm gonna do like a little bit of a review. It won't be too long. It'll be short and sweet. I actually think this game is great. I always, when I was a kid, like I said, I always thought the 2D Zelda games were all like this. I thought they were all side-scrolling games. So when I later found out, and this was after I played Ocarina of Time, when I found out they were top-down view, mostly, I was like kind of surprised by that. So I was always naturally drawn to this game, because like as a kid, all my friends, whenever they played Zelda, they played this game. That's why I thought they were all like this. So I really wish there were more games like this. I think there's so much potential. Zelda 2 is basically a Metroidvania game before Metroidvania games ever existed. And so it was trying new things. It was trying to break new ground and innovate the series. And I really wish they went in this direction. Now, the actual mechanics of the game, this game is incredibly hard, and that can put people off. And I can understand why, because I felt like giving up many times. And I have played this game before, and I kept on giving up at Death Mountain. That's the sticking point. Now, there's like a couple of things that make this game super hard. You can't attack and move at the same time. The range of your attack is very short. And area of the hurt box is very narrow. All those things combined make this game so difficult, and it doesn't help that before Death Mountain, there are no good places to grind and level up. To add on top of the difficulty, they actually made the American version harder than the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, you can level up much faster, and they all level up equally. So you can actually get a level 8 sword by Dungeon 2. I've seen it before. The reason is, again, most people hypothesize that it's due to Blockbuster, and they didn't want American gamers to be able to beat this in a single sitting. But I don't see how anyone could beat this in a single sitting anyway, unless they had Nintendo Power. The overworld and, you know, figuring out how to get through the game, it is impossible without a walkthrough. And that was done intentionally because they wanted people to buy Nintendo Power magazines. That's the reason. You know, like, how would anyone know to break some of those blocks to fall down a pitfall in order to progress in the game? How would anyone be able to find the hidden town in, you know, East Hyrule? There are some hints, and I appreciate that they do give some hints. I guess, in a sense, it's not totally impossible, but there are some sticking points that I do believe are nearly impossible to figure out without a walkthrough or guide. So if anyone is able to beat this game without a walkthrough, wow, that's amazing. But that is a criticism against it, and it's valid. Now, despite that, this game, I really do like this game. I think it is, actually, I'll say it's fantastic. It is a lot of fun. Once you get past the difficulty curve, once you get past Death Mountain, it's all downhill from there. Death Mountain is the sticking point, but if you can get past it, you can beat the game. And once you beat the game, you're gonna like this game. You know, I hated it too. When I was at Death Mountain, I was like trying to beat that stupid thing over and over again. I actually texted Owly and I was like, this game, I've been trying to play this game for an hour and I keep dying, it's impossible. Like, I fucking hate it. You know? But that's the weakling way out. If you stick with it, you can beat it. You know, graphics-wise, this game I'm pretty sure uses like the Mario 1 engine, so it looks good. However, the level design, if you were to look at the maps of this game online, they are so flat. Like, there's no creative level design in this game at all. Like, it looks like an amateur designed it. Yeah, they throw in some pitfalls here and there, but really, what makes this game challenging, since the level design is so basic, it's kind of the same problem that Mario 2 had, aka Doki Doki Panic. In order to make the game hard, you know, they make the combat hard. They make the enemies do so much damage, and they do knockback to knock you back into pitfalls and things like that. And that's really where the challenge of the game comes from, not the level design, which is so basic and plain. But with that said, I like how they combine like an overworld with real-time combat. This is the only Zelda game that you can legitimately call an action RPG. The other ones aren't because they don't have a level progression system. So I like that. I like how it kind of combines the overworld that you found in like Final Fantasy 1 with real-time combat. The only problem is that those random encounters are way too frequent when you're trying to explore. Like, if you're trying to play this game the way that it was quote-unquote intended to be played, I don't know, it just, the frequency of those random encounters stifles exploration. I mean, in a speedrunning setting, there are tricks you can pull to avoid a lot of those random encounters, but in a casual playthrough, you're gonna get hit by them constantly, and it's just way too much. And you can't even use most of them for grinding. The best grinding places in this game are not random encounters. So like, if I were to recommend to a fan hacker, like if someone wants to fan hack this game and make it easier and more accessible, I would make the following suggestions. Tone down the number of random encounters, make them less frequent, actually just use the level progression system that the Famicom version has. I think that would be a lot better. You know, maybe there's something that could be said about like the combat, but like if you were to increase the attack range of those attacks, it might actually break the game, because if you change any one of those things, you know, it might become too easy. But I do think that the 1-ups should be permanent. You know, occasionally in the game you can find 1-ups. Those things are basically totally useless, because once you get a game over, you're stuck back to just 3 lives. It would be nice if you picked up a 1-up. It would give you a permanent 1-up. Like, okay, now I have 4 lives even when I game over. You know, I don't think that would break the game at all, and it would make it more accessible for new players. So, the music, I would be remiss in not mentioning how awesome the music is. I love the music, and the ending theme for this game is my favorite Zelda theme of all time. I don't think they used it in any other game either. The Japanese Famicom version actually has some altered music, and it's enhanced. Unfortunately, the sound effects are worse. If you watch like a playthrough of that, you'll see what I'm talking about. But definitely check out the music for that version, because it's improved in some places and different in others. So yeah, I think this game's great. I think any Zelda fan should at least try it, and don't dismiss it. It's not the worst Zelda game. That dishonor belongs to Skyward Sword, which is a piece of shit. And that's it. That's all I gotta say about it. Alright. So, that's it for Zelda 2. I guess we'll close up for tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be going back to Beyond Good and Evil. And after Beyond Good and Evil, we're gonna do Shantae. Probably. I want to make sure Nilavani's there for those streams, so we'll see what goes on with that. And then after Shantae, we'll see. Maybe we might do Hitman 2, maybe we might do something else. We'll see. So I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. Yeah, a little short stream tonight. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to be short. I mean, we were streaming for, I guess under an hour. I just didn't want to do it last night because I was so tired and I knew that the final dungeon was going to be a nightmare. So, anyway. But we'll pick this up again tomorrow. We'll go back to Beyond Good and Evil. Thank you so much, Chertka. Thank you, Zax. And hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.